Hello and welcome to Sights Uncena, the first, only, and God willing last wrestling podcast on the internet. I'm your host, Jetgrind, as always, Zen Scissors.
I'm sad.
And also Dup.
I got my bottle cap.
Congratulations. So, this episode is covering the week of October the 2nd and 3rd. Hooray! It's spooky month, guys.
Oh yeah, are we gonna do anything for Halloween?
No.
Okay.
But you might not. I fucking do shit. Play some vampire savior. Motherfuckers. Don't mind me.
I don't know. Ask me in a bit, I guess. So, wrestling. You can't see it, but I have, both of my thumbs up. I'm happy.
Is that what we're talking about?
I mean, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, this is a wrestling podcast. At some point within the last 6 episodes, we have talked about wrestling.
The only thing I know about wrestling this week is this tweet from Takahata, and it's John Cena as All Might.
Great.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
It's an anime, Zen.
I knew it! It's always an anime!
Well, then I guess we might as well just get started, huh? What happened at Raw this week?
Well,
To the real life fan. I mean,
yeah, that's pretty much what it is. So, open up. Moment of silence for Vegas. Well, geez. Starting on a real fucking downer.
I mean, I don't think they could have started any other way, and it would probably be a little more disrespectful if they took it in the middle of the show.
But we do that. Alright. It's sad. It sucks. Anyways, let's recap Reigns. Yeah, everybody loves Roman Reigns. So let's recap him having every bone in his body broken. Because of fucking Miz and his stupid chairs. And the weird thing is this footage has, Dark Souls 2 boss vignetting on it. It's really fucking weird. Am I gonna fight the last giant? Is Roman Reigns the last giant? Probably. He's about as fucking annoying.
Last Giant wasn't that hard.
I'm not saying he's hard. I'm just saying he's annoying.
Roman of the Script Valley.
Fuck you, Roman Reigns.
I would pay, if I had money, I would pay someone to, do a commission of a bunch of wrestlers as Dark Souls bosses. That sounds fun.
Cena, Lord of Cinder. Anyways.
Dub, if you had to pick any wrestler to be Father Gascoigne from Bloodborne, who would you pick?
Who's the cult leader?
Bray Wyatt?
Okay, that's what I thought, but I couldn't remember. Yeah, Bray Wyatt.
I'd go with Neville, honestly.
What's that, big dog with all the flowing hair that you fight in the church?
Oh, in the church specifically?
Fuck Vicar Amelia.
Yeah, Vicar Amelia.
Vicar Amelia sucks.
That's Enzo. There we go.
Yeah, pretty much. You're not wrong. I would say Bray Wyatt's like Mikolash, because he's just as fucking stupid.
I don't think I got that far.
Mikolash is great.
Mikolash is my lovable shit boy. He's great. He's the worst.
Welcome to Sights Uncena, the first, last, and hope God willing only Dark Souls podcast.
You Gold Star, you tried.
I forgot. I forgot what our tagline is, even though you only said it 3 minutes ago.
And 3 times an episode.
Yeah, shut up.
Doesn't matter.
I'm good at podcasting.
What's going on in Raw?
Yeah, continue, Zach.
Alright. Now it's time for Rollins to come down to the ring. Okay. I guess we're opening with that Rollins versus Braun match they were teasing last week. Thought that would have been later in the show, to be quite honest. And you know it's coming. Has to happen.
It gets me
every
time.
Fucking time. Fucking really? Every time.
I should really listen to Braun Strowman's theme at some point just to, like, verify you're close or not.
I don't know his theme. I just know that part of it. I know the first 2 seconds.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I should listen to verify that you're correct about those 2 seconds.
I mean, I looked it up on YouTube, and it sounds about the same on YouTube, and it has a picture of Braun Strowman's stupid scrunch face. So it gives you the full experience.
Great.
So now that we're talking about Strowman, we got to recap when he killed Hawkins last week. Who, by the way, doesn't show up in the show, so I'm guessing he's actually dead.
Great. Our first actual casualty of the roster.
He's actually dead. And nothing of value was lost.
Okay, so like, I googled Braun Strowman because I wanted to see what he looked like. Oh, well, hold on. Apparently I can't link this. I'm gonna have to figure some way to do it. Hold on.
Like, right-click, copy image, and then paste that.
See if this works. There we go. Okay. I found that image of him.
Yeah, that's pretty much Braun Strowman.
That is some, like, hope something stupid is under this tweet post shit.
Yeah, that really is. Yeah, that's Braun Strowman. Pretty good summation.
Good to know.
Strowman makes it to the ring. No fancy words, no nothing, which, that's kind of Strowman's thing. Nothing. We just get right into the match.
Oh, good.
So the match is basically Rollins runs all over the fucking place, and then Strowman just punches him and fucking floors him.
Okay.
It's pretty much the entire match until Rollins, for the first time that I've been watching Raw, someone finally takes advantage of Strowman's shitty beard and actually grabs onto it. I can't believe it's taken somebody this long to actually try
his weakness.
That. It's so obvious. He has this fucking, like, boss weak point hanging off of his chin. Why is nobody doing anything with it? Doesn't matter, because guess what? Commercials.
Nice!
Great.
So we come back, and Rollins is basically eating the ring post. So Rollins does a suicide dive later on, which it seems like he does that in every match. So that's nothing really special, but had to get it in there. Rollins does that, and then fuck it. Now that I've done my signature thing, I can lose. And that's exactly what happens, because Strowman just gets the pin, and he wins.
Okay.
Goody.
Strowman matches.
But Strowman's not done yet.
Oh.
He picks him up one more time, and he drops him fucking all over the place. And now Rollins is appropriately, I'm not going to say dead, I'm going to say about 63% dead. So then, now it's time to leave.
I'm glad you picked a number like 63%.
I'm 69, fine. There, you happy?
No, it was... Okay, it wasn't that, but nice. But... It was more just a very random number in my mind.
Well, yeah, that's the point. So Strowman's walking away. And he's coming back now. He can't make up his fucking mind. Is the match over or not? I don't know.
The match is never over.
But it turns out he's just waiting for Ambrose to come out so he can rip and tear him too, which, fair enough. And that's exactly what happens.
Strowman, you're big. That must mean you have big guts.
Strowman just... Well, no. Ambrose has the big guts in this situation. Strowman's tearing him apart. Although Strowman probably does have huge guts. So Strowman wrecks Rollins and Ambrose's assholes, which is no surprise. But something that is actually surprising is Cesaro and Sheamus come out for whatever reason. Just fuck it, gotta kick them while they're down Nixon style, and that's exactly what they do.
Well,
it's just a fucking slaughter. They're bouncing Ambrose off the ground like he's a fucking basketball. He's just getting nothing. And then we get bounced against the commercials. Because it's commercial time.
Great.
I'm glad these very long and obnoxious commercials are just a very frequent thing in the WWE.
Frequent.
While we're on this commercial break, I looked up Seth Rollins' Twitter account, and it's about as boring as you'd think Seth Rollins' Twitter account would be. How does one person tweet almost 10,000 times and have literally nothing of interest to say?
I don't know. Have you looked at your Twitter recently?
Oh, nice. Thanks,
Wow.
asshole.
Hot
Look,
fucking
it was
grills over here.
It was there. Like,
This
come
roast
on.
of Jeffrey Grind.
Like, it was such an obvious joke.
Hey, Jeffrey Grind, more like Jeffrey Dumb. Yeah.
Apparently Dean Ambrose doesn't have a Twitter account.
That if anybody's not gonna have one, it'd probably be him.
Or if he does, I don't think I can find it.
Although the fact that Bray Wyatt has one, I'm sorry, not Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman. The fact that Braun Strowman has one is fucking hilarious to me.
Oh, actually, that gives me an idea. What does Bray Wyatt tweet like? The first thing I see is a sports tweet.
What is this obsession with wrestlers' Twitter accounts we've had recently?
I don't know, because it's funny. High praise to my brother, Jesse Cage, for spreading the chaos. Hashtag Cage Cult with K's.
Thanks, Ed Boon.
Here's a quote from Niche. Nitsushi? The beast rises, you walk with him, you wear his mark, you fall with him, back to the abyss from which he came.
Okay.
This tweet that he put out on the 21st of May with absolutely no context is just damn.
Damn. Is that the suck my nuts asshole of wrestling?
Maybe. Dear at Jimmy Fallon, I went to at Troy Athletics and I eat Worlds. Do you eat Worlds? Didn't think so.
What?
Balls in your court, Fallon.
Sharks in the streets, tweets Bray Wyatt on the 20th of January.
Sharks in the streets? Fuck you! Your stupid street sharks bullshit. God damn it.
Alright then.
Anyways, breast cancer awareness. That's what's up next for Raw.
Okay.
Cool. Anyways, now we gotta recap that awesome back and forth last week between Alexa and Mickey. Yay.
You sound excited, Zen.
It wasn't very good. But what we get that actually happens is pretty good. We go backstage with Mickey, and everyone's acting like really fucking weird with her. And they're like, you got a present in your fucking room. Mickey goes to her room. What is the present?
Is it a head in a box? I don't know.
It depends, cause she's old. Get it? Jesus Christ.
Wow.
It's so dumb.
So they're sponsored by Depends, right?
I guess so.
Okay.
I didn't see it pop up, but they're probably sponsored by Depends. So she gets out, she's like, what the fuck? Who did this? Who did this? And everyone's just laughing. And she goes and bangs on Alexa's door. And who opens the door? It's Nia Jax.
Oh, no.
And
What?
Nia Jax she's got Alexa under her arm in a way that makes me think they got done fucking each other. I mean, okay, but seriously. I ain't judging, but that's totally what it looked like.
Thanks, Ed.
Jump scares! What a great transition. It's the Bazinga of transitions, basically. We can't think of a transition. Fuck it. Jump scares! Here comes Bray Wyatt.
Okay.
Great.
So, We don't go to Bray Wyatt like we usually do. Bray Wyatt is trapped in this room, and it looks like he smoked the hugest blunt. Because there's just smoke everywhere, and it's all dark and dingy and, like, kind of green. And he's rocking back and forth like someone eating cookies in the shower.
Okay, but, like, tell me that Bray Wyatt doesn't smoke weed.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Yeah, I'd buy it. I'm looking at this man, and yeah, I'd buy it.
So he's mumbling about telling someone someone telling him to stop using a bow and arrow and to use his hands, and then he's like, "She would never lie to me." And then he looks at the camera and says it one last time. Jump scares. Commercial.
Okay.
What a great block of programming that was.
Thanks, Bray Wyatt.
Depends and jump scares and Dank Kush.
So, I just feel the need to ask real quick, is it moving at a lightning pace in the actual show, or are you just, like, skipping through this real quick because it's not very interesting?
Oh, I mean, like, for the most part, it is moving this fast. I moved through, like, the actual match a little fast, just because, do you really need me to say, like, oh, and then he got him in a hold?
No, well, I mean, no, but...
No, that's what the people want to hear about.
Alright, oh yeah. This is closed captioning for wrestling. Okay. So, he gets him in a rest hold. They're not doing anything. Alright, he goes for a pin. It doesn't work. Alright, another pin. Doesn't work. Alright, they're just laying on the ground dead. Commercials.
Also, hey Zed, just so you know, there's a word for that. It's not closed captioning. It's descriptive audio, you dork.
Nah, I'm going with closed captioning.
Zen, you're really bad at this.
What?
Everything.
Well, yeah, I know, but that's beyond the point. So commercials, right? Nope, never mind. We need one last lick of the balls, because guess what? Elias is coming out. Goody!
Yeah, you had to phrase it like that, huh?
Yeah, I did. God damn it. See, Elias is up next. Now it's commercial time.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Hey guys, did you remember Total Bellas? Because Total Bellas!
Total who now?
Fuck. Anyways, oh shit, Elias. Yay.
I can feel the enthusiasm in your voice.
Oh my, it's the same fucking thing every week. I'm gonna come out and talk shit about the city.
Has he wrestled yet?
He wrestles every time because he gets interrupted every time.
Really?
But every time he has to start out like this.
How forgettable is this man that I have forgotten that, and I'm the one who edits the podcast and has to listen to it multiple times?
And he always wins is the thing.
What?
He always wins! It's fucking stupid. So, we're in Denver, so now it's time to talk shit about Denver. He's like, you're the Mile High City, but I'd rather drown myself a mile under the ocean than live here. Good one. Good one, Elias. You nailed it. So, like always, I'm wondering, does Elias like any city? Or does he literally hate every place on the planet Earth? I actually don't know.
I don't know. He probably has an affinity for, like, hell, Michigan.
Well, it doesn't matter, because Titus O'Neil's coming out. And he grants us some mercy.
Oh, good.
And then we get, hey guys, remember Tap Out Fragrance? Yes, I remember Tap Out Fragrance.
Great. I love body spray.
So match starts. We spend a good 2 minutes with Titus in a headlock. And his boy Apollo is there. And he's just on the ringside. And he's looking at Titus like, so are you gonna fucking do something about this? Or are we just gonna do this the entire match?
I love whatever matches just have a random bystander on the outside. Especially when it's like a face team.
I'm just gonna stand here. You can do it.
Like, at least when it's heel team, you have the possibility of, like, them helping out and cheating, but, like, what's the point of having the face team out?
Well, Elias gets thrown out of the ring at one point, and Apollo's just standing there, and he shoves him, and he's like, "What the fuck, man? Elias, don't shove Apollo. He's not doing anything." And while he's got his back turned to the ring yelling at Apollo, Titus comes and grabs his shitty hair, his shitty matted hair. That's what happens, motherfucker. I'm glad that we're finally realizing that we can pull these stupid long-haired fuckwads' hair and use that as leverage. Come on. It doesn't fucking matter because Elias wins. Of course he does.
Of course.
Why push Elias? Like, why? Nobody likes him. His gimmick is garbage and nobody likes him. Like, what? I mean, they're pushing Enzo and nobody likes him either, so fuck it. Push people nobody likes. There we go.
I'm sure somebody out there must like Enzo.
So then we go to the commentators and they're talking about some shit. And I'm not really paying attention, I'm not really listening. But then I hear the words, Little Caesars Arena in Detroit. And I'm like, whoa. Did I hear that shit right?
What?
Little Caesars Arena in Detroit?
That
Really?
can't be real.
I didn't look it up, but I swear to God that's what they said.
I'm gonna look this up. But, continue.
Alright, so they're showing some replays of stuff that's already happened in the show, and I realized that there's this dude in the front of the audience who looks like a cross between a leprechaun and Elvis Presley.
Right.
And I'm just wondering, are they gonna pull out Pelvis Wesley again? Is he biding his time? I'll spoil it for you, sadly he's not.
So I looked it up, and the Little Caesars Arena is a thing. And fun fact, it is apparently the second largest ice hockey arena in the world.
Oh my god, fuck that. That's fucking stupid. So, commercials. Come back from commercials. Nia Jax. Let's face it, she's gonna rip Mickey in half like Goro style. This is not gonna end well for her. So Alexa comes down to, I guess, it's gonna be like before, I'm gonna be here, except I guess I'm gonna help. That's what you would think, but that's not what happens. She comes down to the ring just so they can cut to her with this, like, yeah, destroy her face. And that's it. That's all she does.
Okay.
These fucking villain shots of Alexa Bliss just like, yes, kill her. So this entire match is the most one-sided thing. I don't think Mickey lands a single fucking hit. It's just Nia Jax lifting her up like she's made of paper and then throwing her to the ground.
Great. Also, does Alexa just have, like, the summoning stone or something for Nia? Like, what?
She's her stand. I mean, it makes sense. So, then we cut to commercial with a close-up of Mickey's just lifeless face dead outside the ring.
Welp.
Goody. So we come back, and Mickey's doing better, I guess, because she's at least in the ring now. So she tries punching at some point, so I guess she actually does get, like, maybe a couple hits in, but then Nia just gets tired of it and fucking collapses her. There you go. Good job.
Great.
But then the most confusing thing happens, because that's not the end of it. Nia Jax goes up to the turnbuckle with Mickey and like, oh, from the top rope shit. But Alexa interrupts and Nia Jax falls and she takes the brunt of it. And then they start playing Mickey's theme. Does she win? No, she didn't get a pin.
What?
Like, Alexa interrupts and they ring the bell. And
Oh,
Mickey just wins, I guess.
I guess she won by disqualification then.
It was so unclear. Because even like the commentators are saying maybe she won. I don't know.
Oh my God, Mickey James! I just remembered who she is.
I don't know who she is.
About a decade ago, she had a thing where her gimmick was she was really obsessed with Trish Stratus to the point where she copied a bunch of her moves and such, and like it's one of the only things WWE never talks about because they had to actually censor part of it for a DVD release of a Mania match. And
Goody.
Then also, the only other part that people ever remember is the part where Mickey, like, runs up to Trish while she's in the shower, and then they cut away before anything happens, but heavily imply, and it's like, ooh.
Very tasteful. Well, now her gimmick is she's old, I guess.
Well, alright then.
So, I guess it turned out, yeah, she did win. It's a very Enzo victory from her, I must say, where she just gets fucking murdered, and then she wins by doing nothing. And I wrote that in my notes. And as I looked up at the screen, Enzo shows up. And I'm like, motherfucker, just because I mentioned Enzo in my notes doesn't mean you need to recap him with his fucking voice. Damn you, Raw.
How many times have you thought, man, I sure wish I was watching SmackDown instead?
Oh no, I'm glad I watched this shit. This is exactly what I want. So they show what happened to Enzo last Monday, but it turns out there was so much shit that happened after the show. There's so much more. Braun Strowman came out. He literally shows up just to beat Enzo's dead corpse, and then he walks away. And then the entire Cruiserweight division gets in the ring and pushes him around like a schoolyard bully team. It's amazing. You know, everything about it. Even just the couple seconds they showed. Delicious. But then they threaten us with interviewing Enzo. Why? Don't do this. This was going so good.
No, I need to hear what Enzo has to say.
So Enzo comes out wearing... oh my god. His outfit gets worse and worse. I don't know how. I really don't! But it gets so much worse every single time.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how soft would you say it is?
Oh, we'll get to that. Don't worry. So, I love this interviewer, because her question to Enzo is basically, what's it like to have everyone you've ever known hate you and have no friends by your side to stop your ass from getting beat?
Great.
And she puts the mic in Enzo's face, and he just stands there with this dumbfounded look. And And then they cut away. He doesn't say anything! Like, she puts the mic in his face, and he doesn't fucking say anything. He just stands there with this dumbstruck look on his face, and they cut away after holding that shot for like a minute and a half.
Enzo's speechless? Wow, the greatest part of the show.
I know, it was so good. That was what I was talking about when I said that is probably my favorite part of any Raw I've seen yet. Just Enzo like, oh my god, I've realized how much of a piece of shit I am.
Great.
My life is flashing before my eyes. Fuck you. So we go to commercials after that. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that.
You need to cool down after that.
I need a cigarette after that one. Let me bask in this one. So we come back. Mickey is like, I want to be the women's champ. And then Angle walks in. What a coincidence. So she's going to get a shot at the title. Cool. Whatever. Anyways, Hardy Boys coming out for a tag team match.
Oh, neat.
And Matt's still all super glued because he's not broken.
God damn it.
So
You got my number.
Sure.
You got my number.
So they're talking about, like, Jeff's gonna go into surgery tomorrow, so I hope that went well. Because his shoulder got super fucked up. From that huge, like, human centipede suplex one of those earlier weeks.
Right.
So I guess because of that, Matt's still working with Jason Jordan.
I looked it up real quick, and yeah, Jeff Hardy apparently is doing pretty good.
That's good. I like that.
He's going to be out for quite a while for obvious reasons.
Oh, I'd imagine. So, who are Matt and Jason Jordan going to fight? It's our favorite indistinguishable tag team, Gallows and/or Anderson. They come down to the ring, and it's still as confusing as ever. Oh my god, why?
One of these days you'll learn who they are.
No, I won't! I refuse!
Which one looks more like he would be named Sex Ferguson?
I hate this.
Both of them.
I hate this.
Oh my god. So yeah, the match is kind of weird. Like, Jason Jordan and Matt Hardy do pretty good throughout the entire match, as you'd expect. But every time they knock them down, they run around and celebrate like they just won. It's super confusing to me. I don't really understand what they're going for. So, blah-de-blah, match happens. Matt Hardy gets this combo where he's just mashing jab like he's got Time Storm up. That's cool. But the biggest surprise of probably the entirety of Raw so far, Gallows and/or Anderson win the match.
What?
This cannot be! What?
But who got the pin?
I don't know! Oh yeah, by the way, this entire match got sparked because Gallows and/or Anderson were screaming "nerd" at Jason Jordan again. And is that their thing now? Is that their thing in general? I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
Is that their plan to stand up from the background? I don't understand you, Gallows and/or Anderson.
I like how you still don't know which is which.
I refuse to learn.
I do not know, and I refuse to learn the Zed Scissors story.
I don't know. Maybe if they start winning matches, I'll have any real way to tell these two apart in the ring, but probably not.
Well, hey, one of them won a match tonight.
But which one?
Gallows.
Maybe? I don't know.
I'm just taking a guess. They were actually the tag team champs at one point, if you can believe.
Sure. I just don't know. They have no distinguishing features. They're both weird, bald, white dudes with beards.
I wonder how Luke Gal... Wait, which one's what?
I don't know! That's the point! I don't know! So we go and recap Cesaro and Sheamus killing Rollins and Ambrose's dead corpses earlier that night. And they show that to Roman Reigns. And they're like, what do you think about that, Roman? What about how fucking dead your two former teammates are? And he's like, yeah, they're dead now, but it's part of their strategy. That's a fucking questionable strategy. It's part of my strategy to let you kick my ass. That's a very Roman Reigns strategy, alright. Anyways, the other part of the strategy is to play a bunch of commercials, and that's what happens.
Great. So I looked up Luke Gallows' Twitter account, and I said a couple episodes back that one of them was whoever had the beard. Both of them are bald with beards.
I told you! They're the same fucking person!
Also, Gallo's most recent tweet as of 2 hours ago at this recording is hashtag good brother at the Tracy Murray knows a hashtag nerd when he sees one, hashtag geekbusters, hashtag dork smashers. The best part about this, by the way, is that he quoted the tweet that he's talking about, and the @ that he posted in his own tweet doesn't lead anywhere, because the tweet that he's quoting is from @real Tracy Murray.
Oh, I hate them. Why they suck.
Carl Anderson, his profile is WWE Raw Monday Nights on USA, one of the last real cowboys left on the planet, have 3 sons with a hashtag hot Asian wife.
Wow.
I was gonna say, is he the cowboy? I don't know. What is this? What is he talking about?
I've extremely lost track of the conversation, just by the way.
Oh my god, I hate you so much, Gallows Anderson. God damn it. Gallows and/or Anderson, I'm sorry.
Well, no, because this one specifically is Anderson.
Gallows and/or Anderson.
Why is Matt Hardy still tweeting like he's broken?
Just don't
Maybe his
question it.
keyboard's broken, I don't know.
Well, no, because his Twitter profile is imperfect, broken, deleter of rubbish, blah, 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 blah.
Maybe that's true. That's Shin Hardy.
You have to be super glued back together to be your true self.
I would love that. The fucking ring just goes dark, and Matt Hardy shows up, and he just drifts down to the ring and does a raging demon. And the match is over. That's that's a good 10-second match right there. So we come back from commercials. Breast cancer awareness in the ring.
Oh, God.
With Dana Warrior. So they're handing out belts to breast cancer survivors with name callouts. Sure, whatever. That's fine.
Yeah, they do this on SmackDown too. Also, by the way, Dup, Dana Warrior is the widow of the late great Ultimate Warrior, a man who was so into his character that he changed his last name to Warrior.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's,
Anywho, let's have a 20-minute discussion about the Ultimate Warrior's comic book.
Yeah, getting folked. I'm folked all day.
Or we could not.
No, we have to talk about Destrucity.
Yeah, I gotta roll my Destrucity strat. Just
Do we? I don't
Let's see
think
what
we
I
do.
get.
Just personally.
That should be a fucking stat in a tabletop. I want Destrucity. I'm putting all my points into Destrucity.
This is where I bring up the time that the Ultimate Warrior wrote a comic book in which he kills Santa.
Yeah, and it's really gross.
Yep.
Like, the art style is just fucking gross. It looks really ugly.
It looks like Rob Liefeld cloned himself, but the clone was imperfect and somehow worse at drawing.
Yeah, it was a drawing of Rob Liefeld drawing the comic, basically. He can't see because he doesn't have any fucking eyes. Thanks, Rob Liefeld. Also no feet, so he can't walk anywhere.
Alright, so what happened in Raw?
So
That's a very good question.
Breast cancer awareness. Yay. They give fucking belts out. Cool. Commercials.
Nice.
That was the entire block. Come back. It's The Miz. It's his time to come out. Yay. Or not, because he's taking forever. That's because he's in the crowd and he's doing the Shield entrance. He's really dedicated to this whole fuck you and the Shield thing. He's really dedicated to this.
I mean, that's pretty good, though.
I'm going to recreate everything about the Shield and talk shit about you all day, Roman Reigns.
I'm down.
I'm okay with that. But
Push the Miz.
really, you don't need to go this far. But yeah, here comes Roman Reigns. Get ready for these Kal-El punches. Goody.
Man, the worst part about all this shit is that Roman's definitely going to win at TLC.
Yeah. So, gets in the ring. Miz is in the ring. And Roman Reigns decides, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to kill the Mizians right now. And the match doesn't even start. The bell is not even rung yet. And he just chases them. He just chases them through the crowd. And he looks under the ring at the like secret stash of weapons. And it takes like a minute to decide, I'll use a chair.
Sure.
Jesus Christ, man. So, yeah, he chases him down. And guess what? Superman punch. And then another Superman punch.
Well.
And then he gets him to the Titantron. And he's killing one of them. And then the other one comes by. And guess what? Superman punch. I want you to keep in mind, I'm taking a drink every time there's a Superman punch here.
I'm sorry.
So we're already at 3. The match has not even started yet, and there's already 3 Superman punches.
Oh, God. I'm glad we have the ghost of Zen Scissors here.
Anyways, the Mizians are now dead, so we can go to commercials and actually have the fight. So, we get back, and Miz is out of the ring when we get back, because he absolutely refuses to be in the ring with Reigns. I don't know why, he's just like, no, I won't do it.
I mean, that's a mismatch. That's just a mismatch.
That is a mismatch. But, like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And then they finally ring the bell. The match had not started until this point.
What?
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
So, Reigns gets tossed through some fucking barricades. And he spends a good 2 minutes there taking like a coffee break or some shit. Because it takes him so fucking long to get up. Like, he was not that hurt. I'm sorry. But he's just like, no, fuck it. I'm going to take a nap. Gotta rest my Superman arm. So, Miz has pinned 5 times at this point. And they all feel like the same pin. Because they look the same. And he gets about as far with each of them. And it's just, this match is getting really repetitive. You know what else is getting repetitive? Commercials!
Hey!
In my notes, I just said commercials. I don't care enough to do a segue this time. So we get back. Miz is doing his kicks or some shit. Cool. And Reigns gets up and he does his stupid, like, squat, punch the ground thing. Doing a really shitty Rapukin or something. And he tries a Superman punch, but Miz counters it. What? How could anyone ever do that?
Is it possible to beat the Superman punch?
I thought it was. Isn't that the whole point? I've never seen anyone do shit about it.
I always thought the Superman punch won in the game of rock, paper, scissors, Superman punch. Reigns,
he gets up, and guess what he does? Another Superman punch. 5.
Oh, great.
5 Superman punches. I was feeling a little tipsy by that point. Cesaro and Sheamus come out.
What?
What the fuck? Are they just gonna show up in every match tonight? So, what they do essentially here is they act as backup Mizians.
Okay.
For some reason. And then, they just start beating up on Reigns all together, and it looks like a repeat of last week, just with different goons. And I don't know who said it, but somebody said, one of the commentators is like the 3-headed Cerberus rising from the grave. What is that supposed to mean?
What?
Those two things are not congruent in any way. What the fuck are you talking about?
What?
Anyways, it's dumb. Mrs. Theme plays. Did he win? Show, you really need to get better about making this shit clear. But they're always clear about one thing, and that's commercials.
Great.
So they recap the end when we come back, and I still have no idea if he actually won that match. I have no idea. But fuck it. Finn Balor time.
Oh, good. Tell me about the demon.
I still haven't seen him.
Oh.
It's only ever been Finn Balor anytime he shows up.
Well, then tell me about Finn Balor.
So he comes out and he's talking about that. Or, no, it was the commentators, that's right. You're talking about that weird fucking, like, Bray Wyatt drug trip we saw that looked like a fever dream. I guess that was canon. That wasn't supposed to just be some random shit we saw.
Great.
So Finn comes down and he does this thing, and I realize he's basically the anti-Elias, because he always comes out and he talks like, I love this place. This place is awesome. And people actually like him. Go figure.
Sure.
So Finn's calling Bray out. And I'm trying to type out, let's just get the jump scares. I can't even finish the word jump. Fucking yeah, there are the jump scares. There they are. And Bray Wyatt is still stuck in the weed dimension. But I guess he found a rocking chair, so he's making progress. Or he made one. I don't fucking know.
He made one out of weed smoke.
Yeah. Yeah, out of weed smoke. He's like the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland. Hey, that wouldn't be bad. Anyways. Bray wants Finn to bring his demon out so they can have a demon off. Because I guess he realized this whole, like, oh man, I would beat you in a one-on-one, like, man-to-man fight. But he totally didn't, so he's like, fuck it, let's have a demon off.
Demon off sounds like a really hard cider or something.
Demon off sounds like the evil Ryu version of Dragunov. That'd be so stupid. But, I mean, Devil Kazuya exists. And Devil Jin.
I feel like we're losing the plot a bit.
Maybe a little.
Let's get back to the plot of Bray saying he's going to unleash his dark soul upon Finn. So yes, Bray Wyatt is the Dark Souls of wrestlers.
Great.
It's true. He's talking about Abigail, and I guess that's something, but to me I'm just like, no, fuck you. I'm so sick of Abigail. Can that name leave me alone for like a couple months? God damn it.
For the record, Sister Abigail is like one of his cult followers that they keep making reference to, I guess.
Yeah, because they're like, Abigail's alive, and that's a big deal, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a big dude who makes car noises like he's a 5-year-old.
So, we're gonna get into some rumor territory here. But, the current rumor going around the mill is that at TLC, Sister Abigail will be debuting not as like a new female wrestler, but as Bray Wyatt in a wig. Ooh.
So that's gonna be his demon? Because what happens is Bray Wyatt, he turns into like an Adult Swim infomercial at 3 a.m. It looks fucking hilarious. Because it looks like his face becomes all beard. I don't think that's what it was supposed to be. I had no idea what I was looking at, but I didn't get a lot of time because jump scare to commercials.
Great. But, like, yeah, let's just hope that rumor is wrong, because, ooh, boy, that could be real bad.
I think that's what it's gonna be.
Oh,
Probably.
yeah, like, definitely. Raw being good.
I mean, it's been just kind of hilarious up until this point. Infuriatingly hilarious. So we come back from commercials. Women's tag team is happening, I guess. Okay. So Sasha and Bayley on a team. No surprises there. Emma. Fuck! Anyways. And then Alicia Fox. What the fuck? They keep bringing women out I've never seen. There can't be more than 4 women. That's just impossible. I thought finding women was like finding the Chris Agram or some shit. This is fucking lunacy.
At least there's more than on SmackDown, where there's only 5 ladies.
Who knows? Maybe they'll just pull some out all of a sudden. Where were they?
We looked under the ring, and Asuka's there the whole time.
What's up, guys? I was handing out the chairs the entire time. So the match starts, and oh, fucking goody. But there is some notable shit, because Bayley, like, does some Duck King shit on Emma, and I felt it was noteworthy. That was the word I used. It's noteworthy. So is going to commercial break, because of course.
Naturally.
What else would you do?
Come back. Emma is pummeling Sasha's face. And it looks like exactly what happened last week, because I'm pretty sure that exact same fucking thing happened last week, and it looks identical.
Having some deja vu?
Very much so. Initial D would show up.
Deja vu. I've been in this ring before.
I was trying to think of a fucking Initial D reference, and I'm drawing a blank.
Have you even ever watched Initial D, then?
I don't need to, because I have the music.
So, okay, fair.
That's all that matters.
Nights on Fire, something suplex me. I quit.
Eurobeat! Anyways, Sasha is in the ring, and she's fucking getting ambrosed again. So she's dying in the ring super hard. Trying to crawl and get the tag, but it never happens. Makes me wonder, what's it like to be the person just watching their partner getting murdered? I'm sure Chris Redfield knows. Nailed it. Suck it, Chris Redfield. You're the fucking worst.
Nice.
Hot takes. Chris Redfield sucks.
Thanks for the hot takes, then.
The hottest. That's like 30 seconds in the microwave hot for you.
Nice, I think.
Thank you. Finally, we get a tag. Cool. So Bayley just kind of fucking starts wrecking face. And Alicia tries to tag an Emma, and she's just like, nope. And she straight up gets up and leaves. She fucking rage quits the match.
Okay.
Fuck it, I'm just hard disconnecting. Fuck you. I'll take the loss. Don't care.
Unplugging the Ethernet cable.
Fucking DSP over here. Jesus Christ.
I was
really,
blocking.
Hey, is that really DSP, or is that more a low-tier god thing? Has DSP ever actually rage quit before?
Oh, yes.
Okay, well, never mind then.
I mean, low tier god definitely does it more, but...
I was gonna say, I know low-tier god has.
The point is, so we got some scrub-ass shit here from Emma. Fucking Stream Monster Emma, thinking she can join the big leagues.
DSP tries it, leaving the ring mid-match.
So, yeah. Emma just leaves, and Alicia's like, what the fuck? So Bayley just knocks her over and gets the winning pin.
Okay.
So they're celebrating because they won. And we go over to Sasha, who's holding her mouth. And that makes sense, because her mouth was looking pretty busted up. There were some close-ups of her with, like, blood gushing out of it.
Oh,
it was not looking fun.
Gross.
It was not looking fun. Now it's time to watch Enzo versus the World again. My favorite 10-0 matchup. One of the commentators, again, the saint of a man, says exactly what I've always felt. This is what Enzo gets for having no redeeming qualities as a man. Thank you. Thank you.
Great. I can't believe you sent your spirit into this man's body.
I know. I gotta get my words out there somehow. So, we're at the end of the show. It's time for Enzo and his stupid bullshit again. So let's just rip this Band-Aid off. Because I know, at some point, people are going to come in and kill him. And it's going to be great. So he comes out in his fucking awful outfit. Let's talk about it now that we have time. Now that it's time for Enzo, we can discuss this outfit. He has a sideways golden cap on. Like, Kazuhiro Miller glasses. He's this gaudy, checkered, like, different colors. It looks like he went to fucking Chuck E. Cheese. With his jacket and these shorts. Every color is here, and this man has killed them.
Color theory no longer exists.
No, Enzo ate it. Ate it like the wolves ate the sun at the dawn of Ragnarok. Anyways, he walks down into the ring doing his stupid shit he does every single time. That seems like a kind of running theme with people I hate. Hey, every time they come out, they do the exact same fucking thing. And it never gets any less annoying. So, that dude who was like, I'm so disappointed in my son because he did the Enzo dance or whatever. Well, he's one of the commentators. And he doubles down. He's like, you're a disappointment, son. He's really dedicated to this cause. And that's what I like to hear.
Great. Only on WWE television would you have a son calling his small child a disappointment for dancing.
I'd buy it.
If you dance like Enzo, yeah, you are. I'll show you, soft motherfucker.
SAWFT, soft.
Go, why? Don't.
We'll get to that. Don't worry.
That just makes me even more worried.
Oh, you should be. So, yeah, he's continuing his stupid shtick from last week with the whole, I'm the only reason anyone cares about cruiserweights. Really? Because it doesn't seem like anybody gives a shit about them still. And you're just using them as scaffolding to crawl out of there, so eat shit. Fuck you. And he's talking about his belt. And he needs to start his own "You deserve this" chant. Oh my god. Fuck you, Enzo. You think I don't deserve this belt? You know what? I think you're just jealous. What the fuck is there to be jealous of? Jealous I'm not a walking stereotype that's a sellout piece of shit who uses other people? Oh, wow. You got me, Enzo!
Well, no. Clearly you need to be jealous of his glorious hair.
Oh, Jesus. His fucking hair. Every single thing about this man. So, he threatens to get all the cruiserweights fired because they all touched him, because no one gave a shit.
Sure.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job of convincing me that he's a great guy. Doing a really good job. And here it is. SAWFT. He makes the crowd spell it out! God damn it! Motherfucker.
Great.
And that is finally when we get some people to lay Enzo out. Thank God we get some people to come out here and fucking kill him. Please, 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 please. So the cruiserweights come and they surround the ring. They all get on the ropes. And we have to endure Enzo going around and personally insulting all of them.
Of course.
Yeah. And it's even worse because he's stumbling and pausing all over the place. And it's like, where's that charisma now, you shit weasel? Nailing it. Good job. And I'm waiting for the point where Enzo gets the shit kicked out of him. I just want that shot of him just lifeless on the ground to justify subjecting me to this garbage. all I'm waiting for. So, yeah, he's talking all this big mess, like, I'm gonna tell I need a Principal Kurt Angle. And then Kurt Angle comes out. Kurt Angle's like, yeah, none of them can touch you or they get fired or whatever. But that doesn't apply to the newest member of the Cruiserweights.
Oh?
Who's it gonna be? I guess there's a new Cruiserweight. Callisto. What?
Oh.
I thought we saw him in an earlier show. I remember him showing up in an earlier show. You know what? Whatever. Let's see some Lucha shit tear the very soul from Enzo's corpse.
Good. I want to see this. I'm gonna go watch this after the show if it was any good.
Sadly, it doesn't. Like he only gets beat up a little bit.
Damn
I mean,
it.
he's still like dead on the ground, but it's only like a couple seconds long. It wasn't worth it. But there's one more thing. There's like basically like the after credits, like the post credits scene of the show. I know it sounds really dumb. Go backstage with Reigns. Okay. And I realized that his shirt he's wearing this time looks like discount black suit Spider-Man. It looks really dumb.
Great.
So, yeah, Reigns is just sitting around being Roman Reigns. Dean Ambrose comes into the shot. Okay. Shield, shit. Okay. Then Rollins comes in. Okay. And then Ambrose and Rollins just walk away. No words, but whatever. I get what they're doing. That's fine.
I can't wait for this to turn out to just be like them in a triple threat match at some point.
But yeah, they're gonna fight The Miz probably. He's got to get his revenge for getting beat with chairs 2 times.
The Shield versus The Miz and The Bar.
They are The Bar.
I can't believe they call themselves The Bar.
We are the Burger Kings. So yeah, that was Raw.
Neat.
Sounds, exciting. Sure, let's go with that.
Yeah, not much happened this week in Raw, huh?
it was pretty, like, there were some pretty good moments, like Bray Wyatt in the Weed Dimension. Like, that was pretty good.
Bray Wyatt and the Weed Dimension is the name of my new band. But
and Enzo just getting interviewed and be like, oh my god, I suck. And just staring into space. That was pretty good. Other than that, there really wasn't much. So like a 6 out of 10. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10.
Not too bad.
I mean, 6 out of 10 to me is pretty bad.
I mean, it's slightly above average.
I review things like a fucking report card, so that's bad. That's pretty bad.
That's a B.
60 is like on the cusp of an F. 60 to 70 is your D range.
It's been a while since I've had to think about report cards. Hey, Dub, what would you give Raw?
I'm gonna rate that a... I got distracted by reading Overwatch patch notes out of 10.
That's all where I thought that was leading. I thought you were going to say I got distracted by reading Overwatch fanfiction out of 10.
That would be more entertaining, to be honest, but...
So let's just get back into it then. I hope y'all are ready for the Hell in a Cell hype episode.
Oh boy, it's one of those.
Yeah, because Hell in a Cell is this weekend. So, time to get excited.
I'm not.
Yeah.
So, the show begins with the entire roster in front of the Titantron in silence for Las Vegas. Because, of course. Yeah. I move on. I got no jokes.
You better not. That's not something to make jokes about.
Yeah, no. Like, condolences and all such. So we get a recap of Jinder and Shinsuke over the last couple of weeks, which is...
Oh, no.
Oh,
no! They cut the racism, don't worry.
Okay.
Well,
They knew then. They knew.
But, so, this is nothing special, of course, it's just being a regular-ass recap. But it's the first time the recap in weeks hasn't been the Kevin Shane story, and I am so happy because I don't give a shit about it. And, so after the recap, the show proper begins. Renee Young's in the middle of the ring, and she's interviewing Shinsuke, and, she asks, "Hey, what do you think about the inflammatory comments Jinder's been saying?" Oh no!
why do we have to bring this up every time?
Guess how Shinsuke responds?
How?
"Sticks and stones may break my bones."
Okay.
Shinsuke's English ain't that great still, but he's got enough charisma to make it work. So, yeah. So, like, the interview continues going on, and then eventually the Singh brothers just kind of show up, and they're like, "Hey, we're here to do our thing where we introduce Jinder Mahal." So they do, and they point towards the Titantron, and his whole intro starts playing. And then Jinder Mahal shows up behind Nakamura and starts beating the shit out of him. Where do these people come from? Why is every villain on the SmackDown roster a ghost? Like,
I mean, that's what being a villain is like.
apparently.
It makes you half ghost type.
When you're a villain on Raw, you get jump scares. When you're a villain on SmackDown, you are the jump scares.
I would say if you're a villain on Raw, you can conjure any item you want. I want Depends. Fuck it. I'm gonna throw it in your room. Where did I get them? I don't know.
The dollar store, probably.
The dollar store Depends.
Look, man, I don't know.
I don't expect you to know the exchange rate on diapers and shit. I'm not saying. But I don't think you're gonna find them at the dollar store.
This is a really bad conversation we're
Maybe
having.
the Dollar Tree, but I don't know.
Then please.
So, Nakamura ends up getting the momentum back, like, basically instantly, and he eventually knocks down Jinder and tries to hit him with a Kinshasa, but then the Singh brothers grab his legs, and Jinder just kind of kicks him in the face. And then, yeah, sure. Just kind of beats the shit out of him. I can't wait till Hell in a Cell for the end of this feud.
Gotta watch it.
The commentary shouts out, "Tonight, Shane and Kevin will stand face to face. Who cares?"
Face to face and do fucking nothing until Hell in a Cell.
Commercials.
That's the real Hell in a Cell.
Yep. So we come back, and Carmella's in the ring, which is neat. I guess she's having a match. And it's at this point I realized, like, I cut myself off mid-note, she tied James Ellsworth to the ring again!
Okay.
So, the match is Natalya and Carmella versus Becky Lynch and Charlotte. And they show, like, a backstage segment that happened before the match, where it's like, "Hey, don't cash in the Money in the Bank on me. That would be a real dumb idea. If you do it, I'll make your life hell. So just don't do it." And then at one point, James Ellsworth barks like a dog to intimidate Natalya?
Bark wolf.
Pretty much. It was just
I
like
don't understand.
It was just like a 2-minute segment that basically just went, "Hey, don't cash that in tonight or Sunday, you dolt, you idiot, you complete moron."
Bark.
Pretty much.
Maybe he's trying to be John Talbane because he knows I miss John Talbane. I miss you, John Talbane. Come back.
So, at one point during the match, Becky Lynch knocks down both Natalya and Carmella, and they're like stuck on the outside of the ring. And so Becky Lynch is just kind of sitting on the apron, miming drinking tea by herself.
Okay.
Because she's Irish, I guess?
That's some Ojo Sama shit right there.
Wait, hold on. Zen, are you just far away?
Yeah.
Okay. I need to make sure you weren't on the floor.
I would be much quieter if I were on the floor.
Okay.
So, guess what happens next?
I can only imagine.
Tea party!
Commercials!
Nice!
Well, that's kind of a tea party.
So, during the commercial break, I decided to look up how Carmella tweets, and all of it is just sports tweets and retweets. I'm disappointed.
Sure.
So, like the back, we return, and Natalya is just beating the shit out of Becky and Carmella.
Like the Mac, huh? Like the Big Mac.
No,
like Mac and me.
Sure, that's definitely where I was going with that, not the Mark Morrison song.
No, let's get the shot of the stupid alien with his ooh face. We gotta have it. And McDonald's.
So, the ref gets distracted by Charlotte because she's trying to get into the ring, which lets Carmella and Natalya cheat. And then, eventually, Becky ends up going for a pin, but gets kicked out. And when she flies from the kick out, she ends up taking Charlotte in, which is, just a really cool looking, 5 seconds. Because, while she's in mid-air, she just kind of, slaps Charlotte's hand and tags her in. Which, great. And then Charlotte comes in and just kind of, starts, woo-chopping Natalya a bunch, because, of course, gotta have all that Ric Flair stuff. Sure.
I love mummies.
So, eventually, Natalya gets caught up in the ropes when she's trying to escape, which lets Carmella hit Becky with the briefcase because the ref's looking at the ropes, which distracts Charlotte, which leads to Natalya getting the sharpshooter, and then she wins. Which was a very confusing segment. Wrestling.
Commercials?
Nope!
Okay.
The commentary keeps saying about Hell in a Cell in this really over-the-top way. They're going for a horror vibe. It's in 5 nights! And after I heard it a bunch of times, I couldn't stop thinking about the idea of 5 nights at Randy Orton's.
He will jump scare you.
Yeah, it's the horror game where you keep track of Randy Orton so he doesn't RKO you out of nowhere.
Oh shit, he's not in the ring anymore! Where did he go?
Is he in the locker room? Oh god, maybe he's here! So, we get a thing about what's coming up tonight, and it just says, "Tonight, the Usos read the New Day their rights."
Okay, I was expecting, they read War and Peace or some shit. Really? We're doing this?
So, during the advertisements that happen, we get a piece of advertising that's just hey, let's talk about Carlos Santana for a minute.
Oh, I saw that. I was totally down for that.
Dub, do you not know who Carlos Santana is?
What?
No?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You don't know the musician behind award-winning song Smooth featuring the award-winning, or featuring Rob Thomas from the Grammy award-winning band Matchbox 20?
Yeah, that's
No.
what I think of when I think of Santana. Not Black Magic Woman or Europa. Nah, when he did that shit with Matchbox 20 Man. Yep.
Well, yeah, because it's funny saying Smooth featuring Rob Thomas from the award-winning band
yes.
Matchbox 20.
Okay!
Sorry.
So we come back
To Santana?
I wish. But we come back to a full recap of the Kevin Shane story from when Kevin got drafted to SmackDown. Who cares?
Me. And I'm just kidding, I don't fucking care.
Holy shit, the recap was like 5 minutes long, too.
Oh, I love those.
Also, like, I was zoned out because I just don't give a shit. And at one point, like, I kind of glanced over from my laptop and I realized there's like the Sin City filter where it's like black, white, and red, but replace red with blue.
Oh boy, finally, SmackDown has turned into Mad World. What I've always wanted.
Truly, wrestling is art. And then, like, at one point, they show Shane jumping off the Hell in a Cell at Mania when he was fighting The Undertaker as, like, look at what he's willing to do to win. When Shane jumped off the Hell in a Cell, he landed through a table that The Undertaker was not on because he rolled out of the way. So,
Nailed it.
that's also what led to Shane losing the match.
Look what he's willing to do in order to lose.
That entire block of programming was just that recap. We've gone back to commercials.
Oh, good.
Okay.
They played a shorter version of the weird Snoop Dogg WWE 2K18 commercial, and
This, like, second.
and I
Are
realized
we
that
gonna
it ends
bring
with,
that up every time?
Yes.
we bring
Knock
up-
him down. Run it, homie.
God.
Run it back.
I realized that at the end of the commercial too, that it ends with them blowing up a CRT TV.
Yeah.
What?
Fuck you, Melee players. What are you gonna play on now?
Also, real quick, do y'all know why Snoop Dogg keeps doing stuff for WWE?
Is it because he's broke?
Potentially, but I'm more than positive it's because Sasha Banks is his cousin.
Oh, I was gonna say, is he looking for another Def Jam? The Return of Crow?
God, I wish.
Oh, if only.
So we're back to Rise, and Bobby Roode is here to fight Mike Kanellis? I'm a little far away from my notes. I can't actually.
Mike Knuckles.
Yep, Mike Knuckles. A dude wearing pants with lipstick marks all over it, I guess. Sure. I don't know. You'll never guess who wins.
Is it Knuckles?
No. Bobby Roode wins in like 15 seconds. Which, sure, I guess, whatever. Add another win to Bobby Roode's record. Gah! Dolph Ziggler's here again.
Oh boy, how much time does he waste this time around?
Attempt number 1. Dolph just kind of comes out with a drum, a bunch of confetti, and an air horn?
The words attempt 1 are not what I want to hear.
That's all, though. I had written that because I had assumed he would have more than one attempt.
Okay, I was gonna say, are we looking at like 4 fucking attempts?
So, there's actually one really, like, kind of funny part. He stands up on the side of the ring, grabs the air horn out of his pocket, and just starts blowing it, like, towards Bobby Roode. And eventually he realizes that it's not loud enough, so he just puts it directly next to his microphone and starts blowing the air horn into his mic.
Thanks, asshole.
Yep. So he gets into the ring and he shouts, "Does everybody like me now?" No. The answer is no.
Go away.
So, Dolph's promising the flashiest entrance ever at Hell in a Cell. No one cares.
Boo. Can we replace him with Ziggy Stardust instead?
I wish. So, Dolph starts walking away. They played his music like he won the conversation.
I won this conversation against nobody.
Yep.
The Clint Eastwood method.
It's true.
Advertising!
The true winner.
So during this commercial break, I'd like to tell you about our sponsors. We don't have any!
Yeah, I didn't see any sponsors, except the fucking Little Caesars Arena or whatever the hell.
Well, no, I specifically meant us, Sights Uncena.
We are sponsored by me.
We're sponsored by Mike's Pizza Place. Dial 1555 82.
I'll make you pizza. Yeah. There you go. That's what we're sponsored by. I'll make you that creepy ass pizza that showed up that one time. That's what I specialize in.
You specialize in pizza.
In creepy pizzas. You've had creepy pasta. Now try creepy pizza.
Zed, shut up. We need to think about this more and not waste this idea on a podcast joke.
Fair enough.
So we come back to the show, and the Usos are down, or on their way down to the ring to read the New Day their rights as a reminder.
What?
Yep.
Are they under arrest?
So they're making a bunch of references to Hell in a Cell being like an insane asylum, specifically the Uso Penitentiary, which they keep mentioning every week.
This seems bad.
Yeah. There is one alright part, though, where, like, they pretend to close the cell, and one of them shouts, "Click! What's that sound?" And the other one just goes, "Put in the whole tag division on lock!"
Okay.
Boo.
So the New Day come out, and they're like, well, we understand that you're making fun of people who are just here to, like, sell product. By the way, did you know you can buy New Day underwear on WWEshop.com?
Well, yeah, because I'm wearing some.
I'll take your word for it.
I'm also listening to Knock 'Em Down, because I showed up. Little late, but...
Great. So Kofi shouts at them, "If y'all are here to read us our rights, how about we talk about some lefts?"
No.
Okay, look at this, like, left arrow. It's green, so that means you can go. But if it's blinking yellow, you have to yield. There's my lefts.
Pretty much. But, like, their whole thing is like, oh, well, have you considered that time that we left the tag division in ruins because of how good we are? Shit like that. At one point they reference their shirts that say, "Here since day one-ish," by shouting, "When we leave, you're gonna be in a pile of your own day one-ish." Sure.
What?
Day one-ish?
Yeah. We're not sure about when we've been here, so just day one-ish.
I could go for a Danish right about now.
So, we cut backstage to Jinder Mahal, and he is here to show us a recap of earlier when he beat up Nakamura. He's doing my work for me. That said, I forgot to take down anything he said. But basically, all that what like he was saying just kind of boiled down to like, LMAO, see you next week when I'm still champion. And then he just leaves. Sure, see you, Jinder.
Thanks.
Oh. This sounds like a very strange week of wrestling in general.
Kinda. So, commercials. Yay!
Can always count on them.
Yeah, that's the only thing that stays consistent throughout every week.
Pretty much. So, they announced one of the matches taking place on the Hell in a Cell kickoff show. It's Gable and Benjamin versus the Hype Bros. Sure. So, hey, remember last week when I mentioned that the Fashion Files were supposed to return tonight?
Mm-hmm.
I do now.
It got pushed back to Hell in a Cell. This is the worst part of the show. Damn it.
Yeah, this fashion in the Hell in the Cell.
Hey, good news. We have a match. Holy shit.
Is that allowed?
Oh, people fight? Oh, sorry.
Baron Corbin and Ty Dillinger are having another match. Commercials.
Oh, God, not Ty Dillinger.
So, we come back, and, like, the first shot we see when we come back is just AJ in the back staring at a TV showing the match.
Oh, so he's doing like Roman Reigns did.
Yeah, and the angle and just, like, overall shot is awkward every time it happens, and it's great. At this point, I looked away from the screen for about, like, 10 seconds, because I wanted to check Discord, and Ty Dillinger won.
Sure.
And AJ Styles shows up on the Titantron to, like, egg on Baron Corbin, but Marshall was being really loud, and so I couldn't hear any part of what AJ was saying. Like,
I'm sure it wasn't important.
The one sentence I heard, I'm pretty certain that promo boiled down to, "Man, Baron, if you weren't so lazy, you'd probably do alright."
Okay.
Drink your milk.
Drink your Oveltine, motherfucker.
Commercials!
For Oveltine.
Yep. Drink your commercial juice.
Ovaltine?
The entire...
Is it like the 1950s? We're talking about fucking Ovaltine?
Look, Zen. If you have your stupid-ass references, I can have mine.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I'm sorry, drink your milk, yeah. So obscure.
No, I was specifically referencing We're Back here, but...
Okay, shut up. That movie isn't as bad as you think it is.
Is it?
It's fun. That's what matters.
Yeah, your definition of fun means it's a bad movie.
Well, no, there's fun suffering, and then there's fun like this is goofy.
Welcome to Sights Uncena, the first, only, and God willing, last podcast where we review We're Back, a dinosaur story every week.
I will review
it. Right, that's the tagline.
I'll put that on Patreon. $5, I'll review. We're Back, dinosaur story.
No, that would be like a stretch goal where it's like, once we hit this, we will riff We're Back, a dinosaur story.
We probably should set up a Patreon at some point.
I need to figure out this is not podcast speak. So the next piece of programming.
So now we're back to the podcast, dinosaur story.
I can't believe we have to change the name of the podcast from Sights Uncena to We're Back, a wrestling recap story. I hate this. I hate this podcast, and I hate both of you.
Oh, as I always say, I hate me too.
So... Damn it.
Okay. Okay.
Are we good?
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe he's not, but...
So we come back from commercials, and the next block of programming is just the breast cancer thing again that happened on Raw, but probably with different ladies, and then more commercials. Yep.
Yeah.
Mark that commercial to sender because we've returned to Rusev, and he's very angry about how Randy ruined the first annual Rusev Day.
Okay.
Well, holiday's ruined. Fuck it.
So I guess the actual match that's happening, despite the fact that Rusev is in the ring being all pissy, is Randy versus Aiden English. Props to Aiden, though. This is the first week he hasn't been interrupted while singing a song. Surprising literally no one during the match, like 10 seconds in. Randy throws Aiden up into the air and then like combos into an RKO for the win. WWE, please nerf the RKO. It's too strong.
Reality Stone.
Web ball.
Reality Stone. RKO. Reality Stone.
Web ball.
So, that was the main event.
Oh,
Okay.
wow, goody.
Yep. The rest of the show is just Kevin and Shane talking. There is 20 minutes left of the show. I continue to be unable to care less. I walked away from the TV.
It's up to your imagination, viewer. What happened between those two?
The same old shit that's always happened. You screwed me over. Well, how about we fight about it at Hell in a Cell? Yeah, sure. There, I saved you 20 minutes, viewer.
I choose to believe something like the ending to Mortal Kombat Annihilation happened, where they both turned into huge CG abominations and fought each other. But that's me.
SmackDown happened.
Wait, that was it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep.
I mean, he did say there's 20 minutes left.
Yeah, and then the quote-unquote main event was just two people talking. Something might have happened during it. I just didn't care and I walked away because I just don't give a shit about this plot.
Clearly.
I'm gonna give SmackDown like a 6. It was not great. There wasn't a lot of wrestling, but it was kind of stupid and fun. I guess.
So it sounds like, wrestling is kind of mediocre all around this week, huh?
Yeah, so, what would you give it, Dup?
I'm gonna give it, I lost the plot for this episode about halfway in out of 10.
I'd like to revise my score. I'm going to give it a We're Back, a Dinosaur Story out of 10.
Fuck this!
So after another hour and 40 minutes...
It's your wrestling show. You have to give it an actual score. I'll give it a We're Back, a Dinosaur Story out of 10. That way we have all the ranges covered.
Okay, good. So 6, a Lost the Plot, and a We're Back, a Dinosaur Story. Good. SmackDown.
I hate this podcast.
So after another hour and 40 minutes of recording, this has been yet another episode of Sights Uncena. The first, only, and last wrestling podcast that always takes an hour and 40 minutes to record on the internet.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
As always, I've been your host, Jetgrind, and with me has been Zed Scissors and Duff. I don't have an end. Zed tried last week.
I do.
Oh, good.
I have a twist ending here.
God.
Guess what? I've been on the floor this whole time.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
It's not much of a twist.
The show sucks.